this is chapter 5. We will study today the North America location, politics, division, and physical feature. So, I will explain you about this chapter, the political feature and the location about the North America. So, we will start with the page number 62. It's given there. North America ranked as the third largest continent in the world. So, the third largest continent, when we talk about, we talk in terms of its size. So, the first is your Asia, second is your African continent, and the third place is occupied by the North America. So the first line, which means to you it's a third in number in size. America or the New World was discovered by Christopher Columbus in 1492. So you must remember who has discovered about the North America. Earlier this North America was not known to any part of the world. So it was Christopher Columbus in 1492 who explored this world, who came to this North America, and he gave the information or acknowledged about this big continent to the world. Prior to Columbus, the Viking had led exploratory journey, although their pursuits were not broadly known in the old world. So earlier, before Christopher Columbus, Vikings had information regarding this kind of a place, but the people did not accepted that, and that was not given too much of importance. So this is what here in 1507 the New World came to be known as America. So this New World, which was said by Christopher Columbus, was known as America, probably named after Amerigo Vespucci, an Italian cartographer. Italian cartographer here means the person who belonged to Italy, and he was a map maker who used to design the map. So on his name the America was put on. So this is what Amerigo Vespucci. Now coming to the location of your North America, you just see this North America appears triangular and lies in the northern and the western hemisphere. So this is your North America, which is what triangular. This is what triangular, you can understand with the shape. So this is what triangular and lies in the northern and the western hemisphere. So when you see the map here, so this is what your north, this is what your north, this is your south, this is your east and west. So this place, this North America lies in above the equator. So it belongs to the northern hemisphere. And which side it is it eastern side? No, it is on the eastern side. So that is why it is said here it is northern and the western hemisphere. So its location is where the northern part of the world and on the western side. It is surrounded by Arctic Ocean in the north. So above you will see there is an Arctic Ocean. One big map on the next page is there. You will find out the surrounding things. So here on the north above is what Arctic Ocean is there. Then Atlantic Ocean in the east. So eastern part of North America, when you see the North America, the east of the North America is this. So here it is what Atlantic Ocean, and on the western side is your Pacific Ocean, the Pacific Ocean in the west, and Caribbean Sea in the south. So this portion is what your Caribbean Sea. The Bering Strait separates it from Asia. The Isthmus of Panama join North America and South America. Here is your Isthmus of Panama, which joins this North America to the South America. So that in the next page you will see to it. The huge continent lies approximately between 5° north to the 84° north latitude. So latitudes are what? This horizontal line. Okay, so these are the latitudes which is not visible here. When you will see the atlas, you will get. So this is what given location 5° north. So the above line, above latitude which crosses here will be your 5° north to 84 degrees. So this portion, this line which will cross here will be what? 84° north latitude, and from 45° west to 165° west. And this is what longitude. So when you will see this line like this, the vertical line, so here when you will see this is what here the longitude will start. So this line here it is what your 45° west to 165. Okay, this is what your longitude location. The 100° west meridian is important as it passes through the middle of North America. So one meridian is crossing, and that is what your 100° west. So this is the map picture of your North America. When you will see, you will get the political idea and other important names which is you have to study. Now, what is given in your political division? The two largest countries in the continent are Canada and the United States of America, both of which are situated to the north of the Tropic of Cancer. So, this is what here, when you see the line of Tropic of Cancer, you see this line, Tropic of Cancer. So, this is what your United States, what we say USA, and the upper portion is what your Canada. So, these are the two important big states of the country of the America. So this is what given here, followed by the United States of America and the Mexico. Down is what your Mexico. The three countries together cover 95% of the total area of the continent. So all the basically you have seen the USA is the main, then Canada, and then the third is your Mexico. 95% of population belong to these three important countries. The continent becomes narrower and towards the south the country of the Nicaragua, Guatemala and Panama, Honduras, Costa Rica, El Salvador and Belize from the Central America. So there are small country after the Mexico down you will see. So these are not very big, so that is why it's not given so much of importance, but we should learn the name like Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti and many tropical islands of the Caribbean Sea. So there are, beside that there are so many small and big islands also which are independent countries, so they are working independent. To the north of the continent there are many islands, of which Greenland is the largest. You can see in the picture, this is what your Greenland. So this is a big island and it is where located north of the America. There you can see the small and big small islands are there. So this is what here the map, when you will see it will be easier for you to understand. So it is the largest island in the world and comes under the Denmark. So this Greenland, it is under the rule of the Denmark. Denmark is a country. So this is the biggest island. Okay, Baffin Island and Victoria Island are two of the largest island located in and around the Hudson Bay. So when you will find out the Hudson Bay, this is what given here, Hudson Bay. So there are two important again island mentioned that you need to learn. The other important islands are Newfoundland and the Aleutian Island. The continent has a very long coastline, fairly indented with many large ports located on the coast. So this is what your continental. These are the coastline. Why the coastline? It is said because they are coming in interacting with the sea. So these coastal line, when you will see all over America, these lines are what your coastal line. Okay, so it is very big line, which is, you must understand, the coastal area having the benefit of the water. Now the next section you will study about the physical feature. There are four major physical division in the North America: Canadian Shield number 1, then Central Lowland, Western Cordillera and Appalachian. So first we will go through the Canadian Shield. It's given there on your map on the next page number 65. Canadian Shield, which is also called the Laurentian Plateau, can be found in the extreme north of the continent. So this is what given here, the Canadian Shield with the 5 Great Lakes. So this is all found on the northern part of the continent, northern part of the America. This is what your Canadian Shield, near and around the Hudson Bay. So when you will see this Hudson Bay, this is your Hudson Bay. So this portion is your Canadian Shield. Okay, and here important features we will discuss right about the Canadian Shield. So this is what given here. Canadian Shield, which is also called the Laurentian Plateau, is also found in the extreme north of the continent, near and around the Hudson Bay. It occupies about half of the area of the Canada. Canadian Shield is why we are saying Canadian Shield, because it is also the portion of the Canada. It belongs to the Canada region. Canadian Shield is made up of a very old hard rock that are rich in mineral. So now when we are talking about the physical feature, the rocks are very old and very hard. Okay, this is the feature. During the ice age, it was covered under the thick sheets moving ice called glaciers. So above you can understand, when the ice age, when the temperature was very down, so then the thick layer of ice got it covered the mountains. Okay, and inside it is what very hard rock found. Even today, the northern part of this shield remains under snow and ice almost throughout the year. So even now, when the ice has melted down, even though there is you can see that even today the northern part of this shield remain under snow. So the upper portion, the area, they are still under the ice. So the ice covered this portion. So this is what given here, and almost throughout the year. At the same time, the rocks were also being dragged across the surface by the forces of the ice sheet. These created large hollow which eventually turned into lake. So what happened here, at the same time rocks were also being dragged, so the rocks which were moving apart here and there, so that portion now somewhere it became very shallow, somewhere deep hole, so those areas then covered and they became the lake. Okay, this is what given here, also being dragged across the surface by the force of the ice sheet. So when these ice sheets were melting down of the mountain, so they carried the rocks too, so somewhere it became a deep hole type and that became a lake. So now you will see the Great Lakes comprise of 5 lakes, that is your Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie and Ontario. They also form the southern boundary of the Canadian Shield. Other lakes found here are Winnipeg, Athabasca and the Great Bear. So here in this map you will see these 5 important lakes which is mentioned, which we have just now seen. The Great Lake comprise, so this is what the famous Niagara Fall is located between the Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. It also forms the international boundary between Canada and USA. So when you will see this political division here, so this portion there is a Niagara Fall. So this is what the southern portion which boundary which separate the USA from the Canada. Okay, so this is what we have discussed about the Canadian Shield. The next is your Western Cordillera, which we will discuss in the next video. Okay, till then please read the chapter. Thank you.